Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Fame with Tiffany Renee. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you are looking for any manifestation coaching or intuitive channelings, click on the link below and you can book a session with me on my website. Excuse this, feeling a little under the weather. Today I feel a sore throat coming. Middle of a scratchy throat, congestion, just, tis the season, right? But I'm going to get through this reading today, which is for the Gemini Cancer Cusps. And this means your birthday is between June 17th and June 23rd, also known as the Cusp of Magic. So Gemini Cancer cusps they're very interesting because you have the air sign of Gemini coupled with the water from the Cancer, from the Cancerian, and you're combining those two, which there are pros and cons, of course, just like all the other zodiac signs and all the cusp signs. So you have the emotional depth and the emotional intelligence that Cancers have. Cancers, they can be a bit insecure, but overall they value family and closeness, and they like making their home comfortable. They're very loyal, and they can be very protective and cautious of themselves, protective of people who they love, and as we know, Geminis can be emotionally intense because of the dual nature of the Gemini. And together, as a cusp, they're harnessing energies of both. So you're getting, the emotional intensity, you're getting this desire for like social belonging and social acceptance and that the Gemini wants, but you're also getting like the intuitive and caring part of the Cancer. You're getting the adaptability and the charisma and the charm and the flirtatiousness of the Gemini, but you're also getting the kind of reserved, wanting to kind of keep things close to the chest energy of the Cancer at the same time. And so also it can be challenging to open up about your deep feelings if you're this particular cusp sign. Okay. Not really great at expressing the depths of their emotions, which is why these signs could experience a difficulty in relationships, especially like long-term committed relationships. Like they can pull people, okay, there's that. But long-term commitment, that could be a bit of a struggle, okay? Just because the longer they're with somebody, the deeper the emotions, and they can find that challenging, expressing the depth of how much they really feel about this person or even about themselves in relation to the person. And so instead of addressing the deep issues or the deep connections and exploring these feelings, they might like ignore it. Ignore it and dress it up as something else. You know what I mean? Just completely dismiss it, which could cause the other person to feel like they're being dismissed, right? So those are just, just a kind of a quick glossary. Of course, it's different for everybody. Take it how it resonates, okay? So the way I read the cards, I'm still new to tarot, but I don't always necessarily read them the way, the book has the original definition of what each card symbolizes. I give intuitive, channeled messages through the cards, using the cards as a tool. So I've already cleansed the space with some Palo Santos. And the Palo Santos spray is amazing. Okay, a lot of places don't sell the spray, but I love the spray. Oh, okay, we got quite a few cards that already threw themselves out. All right, we've got 4 cards. Let's take a look at what we got going on here right now. We've got Judgment in the upright position. We've got the 10 of Wands in the upright position. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. And then we have the 3 of Swords in the upright position. And the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's connect to the energy here of what is going on. Let's see. I do want to verify something in the book here with this particular deck, and I'm using the Ciro Marchetti deck, and they're gorgeous. Okay. Where is it? So we are going to start with the Judgment card. How pretty that is. His illustrations are beautiful. They really are. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is an opportunity. And this particular deck, there's a similar definition of Cyril's interpretation of it as an opportunity to make amends. I'm getting, yes, there's an opportunity, but it's something that is, something is going to be revisited. Okay. You're going to be revisited. A circumstance, a person, old emotions, stuff that was dormant, lying dormant. There's going to be an opportunity for it to be resurrected. Okay. And I say opportunity because this is your chance to look at it, to address it, to make peace with it, and to let it go. Make peace with it. The white doves, make peace with it and let it go. This is the universe trumpeting, calling forward. Okay, the thing, it's coming up. Whatever it is that's coming back up for you, it's being summoned to come up. Whatever path you're on right now, my Gemini, Cancer, Cuspies, whatever path you're on, something is being resurrected for you to look at, make peace with, make amends with it, or decide this ain't it no more, or decide I am now this person, or whatever the case may be. So it could be transmuted, and then you can find your peace. You got to make peace with something because it's coming up for a reason. It's coming up for a reason. Don't resist it. Don't resist it. And then you got the Ten of Wands. And this could be looked at in two different ways, I realized. I was reading it a particular way, and then there was someone else I know who saw the image and interpreted it a different way. So I'm going to give you both, and you take what resonates, okay? This could mean one of two things. Whatever the burden is that's coming up, whatever is being resurrected in your life for you to look at, this is about perspective. You can look at it. This is the thing. The sticks, the wands, is the thing that's coming back up. You can look at it as a burden that can take you down to your knees, or you can look at it as it was a burden that you didn't think you could recover from, or you didn't think you could address, but now it's not so heavy anymore, and you're able to get back up, right? You're able to get up. So you can look at it as it's either keeping you down or you're getting back up. Maybe it brought you to your knee for a minute and you just needed to process it. Or instead of processing it, you suppressed it. You pushed it way down here, put it in the graveyard, thinking you can bury it, but it's being brought back up, it's being summoned. And now you're like, ah, damn. I gotta look at this again. I gotta feel the burden of having to address this thing again. Or you can look at it as, I get to look at this burden so I can set myself free. I can put these down, finally. And you've got the dog back here, which dogs usually symbolize loyalty, or the dogs are protective of their humans. Okay, you've got Old Faithful right here. You're not alone in it, right? Spirit is not leaving you. And then right behind him, you've got the storm clouds leaving, and you've got a new horizon. The sun, the light is on the horizon, and the storm clouds are moving out. Okay, so you can choose to look at this one of two ways, as a punishment or as a blessing. It's entirely up to you, and whichever one you choose will determine this outcome right here. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which reiterates the choice. This is literally telling you the choice. This is your choice.
Lexi Bither, please come to the Ask Here deck with the vines. Lexi Bither.
Sorry about that. I'm in a conference room. They just made an announcement. Disregard that. But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is telling you it's all up to chance, right? But whatever the choice, whatever the timeline, whatever the path is that you choose on how to define this, is going to dictate whether you stay in this or whether you go and you experience the peace. The Wheel of Fortune is just that. You know, you roll the dice, but you can choose to have fortune in your favor. This can be in your favor. You can decide, oh, the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright position. Okay, that means whatever I choose, if I choose to let this go, if I choose to look at this as this thing doesn't have to hold me down anymore, it doesn't have to hold me back, I don't have to be held hostage by this thing anymore. The wheel is going to spin in my favor, right? It's going to spin in my favor regardless. So it's okay. Okay, that's what Spirit is giving me, that it's safe for you to revisit this. Let it come up. Deal with it. Say whatever you need to say. Feel how you need to feel. Do whatever you need to do. In spite of how you might feel, how heavy it might appear to you. Because once you've done that, you're setting yourself free and the wheel is spinning in your favor. Right? Some people do interpret it as a card of chance, kind of like a Russian roulette type of thing, right? But the wheel will spin in your favor, depending on how you choose to see this. So it's safe for you to look at it, address it, put it down, and the wheel will spin in your favor. And then we have the Three of Swords, which usually is, synonymous with some sort of emotional distress, heartache, or anything like that. But for this, what I'm getting is stress. Stress of making a decision. Yeah, stress of being afraid that you're not going to be making a big mistake that's going to cause you more of this anxiety, stress, frustration, whatever is going on, shame, disappointment, betrayal, whatever this emotion is as it applies to you. It's coming from a place of fear of this. Whatever this is, whatever is being resurrected, whatever is coming back to the surface for you to look at, whatever, whoever, whatever. It could be a past relationship, a past friendship. It could be needing to right some wrong or allowing someone to right a wrong that they did to you. And it may require, a sense of openness and, potential forgiveness if, that's what moves you. And what to do can be very stressful in that particular situation. But the choice is still yours, nonetheless. You still get to choose how you want to look at it. It doesn't have to be painful. Okay? And then we have the bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles And you see he's actually working on the third one. He's chiseling the design into the third one. And he's already completed 2 of them. And he's wrapping up the third one. So intuitively, this is giving me a lesson is being wrapped up. An era, a circumstance, a timeline. Something is being completed, it's being wrapped up. I know that's not usually the typical meaning of the Three of Pentacles. However, that's what is coming through. I mean, you have the light coming through. Things. This is still under construction. Okay, let's look at that. He's still working on this. It's still under construction. But through the construction, you've got this bright sunlight coming through in this beautiful horizon, this beautiful light image, okay, coming through. So in spite of still feeling like you're working through the thing, maybe this is representing healing for you after, like, the healing from that, okay? After you've done this and you looked at it and you made the choice that I'm laying down these burdens and the wheel spins in your favor, like, okay, let's go. And then you're like, okay, but how is this going to make me feel? I'm afraid of this happening if I do those things. If I let that thing go. This is showing me that it's going to be fine. That you might feel, even if you have this energy, right? Even after you've done the thing, you've looked at it, you've addressed it, you've done whatever it was that you needed to do, and you feel this pain or this angst or this frustration or anger, whatever emotion that you might feel, any quote-unquote negative emotion that you feel, it's fine, because the healing from that does not stop. It doesn't stop the fortune. It doesn't stop the wheel turning in your favor. The wheel still turned in your favor. So this is actually giving me recovery. Like, yeah, you might feel like you're still a work in progress or still under construction or still whatever, but it doesn't change the wealth. It doesn't change the light. It doesn't change, you know what I mean? Like, you're not sacrificing one for the other. That's the message that Spirit gave me to interpret this particular card. So, okay, give me just a couple of cards to just kind of clarify and just solidify the messages that came through today. Just give me 1 or 2 cards. If there's anything else that they need to know. Anything else that the Gemini Cuspies need to know. This one wants to come out. Okay, it's the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oop. And the 2 of Swords. Okay. And the Queen of Wands at the bottom. All right, so you got the 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. and the Two of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting from the Ten of Coins in reverse, okay, they're saying don't lose out on the blessing. That's what's coming through. Obviously, take it as it resonates, but don't miss out on your blessing. Don't let the fear, the fear of feeling this, overdoing this, don't let that dominate your choices, because you're going to lose out on something. You're going to miss a blessing. And that blessing could very well just be the blessing of peace. Okay? It could be interfering. That's the word. Thank you. It could be interfering with this, with your fortune, okay? Your freedom, your peace from that thing. So that's what they're giving me with this. You don't want to lose the blessing that's going to come with that. And while the choice, it's like you have two choices, right? To allow it or to not allow it. But either way, you see how she has this veil over her eyes, but you can still see her eyes. She can still see through the veil. It's not a blindfold. It is a veil. It is a sheer veil. So you can still see both choices very clearly, okay? It may be a tad bit hazy, right? It may be tinted, but you can still see, okay? So use your intuition, use your discernment, okay? And follow your intuition. Things are not always what they seem, right? And what might look like it could be something difficult, something rough, it's not always what it seems. Because it very well can set you free. It can set you free. So that's what I have for you, my Gemini Cancer Cuspies. I hope that this resonates with you out there. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Again, I apologize for this. And I will be back soon with the next cusp sign reading. And I appreciate your patience. I have a whole lot going on. And so I'm getting to these when I can. And I thank you all so much. I appreciate you. And you take care. Bye.